What's up, Taiwan? I'm Liao with news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Taiwanese manufacturing giant Foxconn says it has set up a strategic partnership with the Mexican state of Chihuahua. The company says it will develop training programs to produce talent for consumer electronics and auto manufacturing. It will also work with the state's government to improve energy efficiency and explore renewable energy sources. Foxconn, whose major clients include Apple, says it has already invested over $500 million in its operations in Chihuahua. Over 1 million people in Taiwan sought treatment for insomnia last year, but Taiwan's hospitals are running out of resources to help the restless. There's nothing quite like a good night's sleep, but for the 1.5 million Taiwanese who sought treatment for insomnia last year, punching their ticket to dreamland is more frustrating than restful. A common cause of insomnia is sleep apnea, a disorder that disrupts people's breathing while sleeping. Ignoring sleep apnea can lead to cardiovascular diseases, depression, and even dementia. Unfortunately for the restless, only around 60 of Taiwan's hospitals have dedicated sleep treatment centers. And Dr. Ling attributes the shortfall to a lack of sleep technicians around the country. Ling says more funding and benefits are needed to attract people to the job. Otherwise, patients and doctors alike won't be getting any rest. A program offering free counseling to young people in Taiwan has opened 16,000 more vacancies. That's after the health ministry scheme was booked out in several cities less than a month after it was launched in August. Under the program, people aged between 15 and 30 can get 3 counseling sessions for no charge. The number of young people in Taiwan experiencing mental health issues has jumped in the last 5 years. This has led to a year-on-year increase in suicides. The health ministry's plan aims to help more young people get access to professional help. A Taiwanese NGO is working with Taipei City Hospital to train migrant caregivers to work with people with dementia. There are more than 300,000 dementia patients in Taiwan. About 30% of them are cared for by foreign caregivers, many from Indonesia. The NGO 140 said most caregivers they talk to have experienced problems dealing with dementia patients. These include communication issues or knowledge of the disease. The program includes an online platform for caregivers to share their experiences in the form of a support group.
可是我觉得凯翔这边建了一个蛮好的 model， 而且是我在这个医院做不到的哦，就是为移工开支持团体哦，要怎么样去让他们的身心能够健康，能够很好做互动，也是我们这一次合作的重点。
A drug commonly used to lower cholesterol may also be able to help people repair some traumatic brain injuries. The discovery by Taiwanese researchers could lead to new treatment options in emergency cases. Joyce Tseng reports.
Road safety has been a struggle for Taiwan, especially in cities. Cars, scooters, bikes, and pedestrians often overlap and compete for space on accident-prone streets. These contribute to the country's number of traumatic brain injuries, or TBIs. It's estimated that 650,000 people suffer from some sort of TBI each year. 100,000 of these cases are severe. Those who suffer TBIs are 4 times more likely to develop dementia, a gradual loss of cognitive abilities that has no cure. But scientists at Taiwan's Health Research Institute have new hope, found in an existing prescription drug called Probocol.
它这个是老药，它有可能可以推进这个研究，推进的比较快，可以也许比较快移动到临床，去讨论它未来可以使用的潜能。
Probocol is usually used to treat high cholesterol, but these scientists have found that when it's given to brain-damaged mice, their neural networks began to reorganize and repair. After making this discovery, the scientists conducted more tests and found that not only did damaged areas begin to heal, but that the mice's risk of cognitive diseases like dementia was greatly reduced. Still, the researchers are exercising caution. Human use of propofol has been limited in some countries, like the US, because of its potential side effects on the heart.
如果长期使用会不会影响到这些血脂的功能？不排除这个可能性。
But the scientists are optimistic. The drug was most effective in mice when given within hours of the injury. And researchers are hoping that with more testing, it could help emergency medical services in Taiwan care for those when stakes are high. Alex Chen and Joyce Zinn for TaiwanPlus.
Rights groups and legislators are calling for Taiwan's hotels to be more accessible for people with disabilities. About half of the country's hotels are listed as providing accessible services, but advocates say the language around accessibility is unclear. They say this makes it hard for older people and people with disabilities to book accommodation that meets their needs. They are calling for hotels to adopt new standards for accessibility to make tourism more inclusive. 3 more people have died from dengue fever in Taiwan's worst outbreak since 2015. The death toll for this year now stands at 6. The 3 most recent fatalities were between the ages of 60 and 90 and all had pre-existing health conditions. The total number of cases reported so far this year is approaching 4,400. The majority have been in the southern city of Tainan, but 15 counties and cities around the country have reported cases. Taiwan is known worldwide for its religious freedom, and just recently the owner of an Indian restaurant in Taipei opened one of the few Hindu temples in the capital. Suvan Paul reports.
Taiwanese choreographer Huang Meiyu is performing rituals dedicated to the Hindu god Shiva. Huang is a long-time devotee of this god of the Holy Trinity of Hinduism. Brahma, the creator, Vishnu, the preserver, and Shiva, the destroyer and judge. But now she can offer her prayers at a recently opened Hindu temple in the heart of Taiwan's capital, Taipei.
Actually, I feel so happy because, usually we can see the Shivling and this kind of the temple only in India. This is the first one, the traditional Shiva temple in Taiwan.
Not only Lord Shiva, this temple called Sabka Mandir, meaning everyone's temple, houses a number of different Hindu gods, as well as their consorts and symbols. This holy site is the passion project of Andy Singh Arya. The Indian national came to Taiwan as a student nearly 2 decades ago, but he always dreamed of starting a Hindu temple here.
Throughout these years, Andy Singh has opened several Indian restaurants in and around Taipei, but he also devoted his spare time to building this temple brick by brick.
When I came here first time, that time I stayed in the Buddhist temple, and that's why kind of my heart was so clean up that time, like to have a temple, Hindu temple in Taiwan.
The ambitious food and beverage entrepreneur had the full support of his Taiwanese wife, Nina Lee.
I know many Indians, they are very religious, so I support okay, if we have a right place or right time, then just do it.
Religious freedom is built into the constitution of Taiwan's government, but religion can also lead to superstition and disagreements. Some of Andy's neighbors believe it's bad luck to have a temple in their building, while a few others feel it may decrease the property value.
I started to have some trouble through my landlord. Landlord is a very kind person, but he's getting some trouble from the management of this building to close this temple.
Despite having the support of local devotees, the temple still faces an uncertain future. But Andy believes in his God and is praying to keep his spiritual venture alive. Isan Chen and Shumpal for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally today, we leave you with images of panda cubs playing on bamboo hammocks at a research base in China. I'm Liao, take care and see you next time.